morning, my people. How you doing? Another morning in 956, the Valley, South Texas. Aquí con el Cuervo, a.k.a. Rafael Mata and DM Crow. You would Sústame one time. Sorry, Rat. I don't know if that's copyrighted or not, but sústame one more time. Sústame. Whatever. But, yeah. Aquí estamos otra vez, coffee time con el Cuervo. ¿Cómo están todos? The topic for today is bosses, owners, managers. Kakashi, great master, great boss. Yeah, I still went bad though. That's just me. But that's in my DNA. Always to go the wrong path. Go down the wrong path. Too many movies, man, when I was a kid. I was raised in the 80s, man. Just a bunch of fighting movies. And just a bunch of movies with violence in them. But hey, man, I didn't become violent. I'm out here. I'm going to be 50 in a couple of months. And yeah, didn't affect me whatsoever. It's made me a stronger person. Mentally, that is. Physically, estoy gordito. Siempre he estado gordito, brother. But love food. That's what keeps me from not being depressed. Food. So, una buena pizza con pineapple, homeboy. ¡Au! Una salsa verde. ¡Au! ¿Qué vas a comer, gordito? El baby face de Monterrey. Te saca la A, homeboy. Love your work. And those pinches gordos, this is the big fashion, man. Watching guys religiously. Sacan la A con sus videos. A rato estamos allá a ver qué comemos con ustedes, a ver qué les llevo de aquí. Yeah, bueno, para atrás al topic, back to the topic that I was going to start this video with, which is business owners, managers, masters. Yeah, see, when you're dealing with owners, a lot of owners, it's hard to understand where they're coming from. Sometimes you think they're hard asses. There are some owners, there are some managers, there are some bosses that just take the cake. But then there's some that, that's what they worked for. They worked hard to have these positions. Some of these people, they're the people you would see in school and say, how do they do it? They play football. They get straight A's, or they get good grades enough to do this stuff. As a child, I had a good inner clock. They would wake me up on time and do stuff, but I was never dedicated to stuff. Like, I was never one to finish something. It was so beautiful at the beginning. I would come up with this great plan, but usually it would work out for somebody else instead of me. But other than that, that showed me, like one year, I wanted to play sports, but I had to carry. Well, I had to get a class where I would get a passing grade, and a couple of classes. Which one of the ones I picked was band. Like, yeah, I'll be in band. Like, man, it'll give me a chance to be a football player. Yeah. So I got late to when they were picking the instruments. So when I got there, I was like, I'll take the French horn. That was the only one that's left. The teacher says, that one's taken. It just came a little bit too late. The last instrument is a tuba. Holy shit. A tuba. Oh my God. I carried that son of a bee around with me for like a year. I mean, I didn't even learn how to play it. Can you believe that crap? A whole year I carried that son of a bee around, man. I was made fun of. I was laughed at. Um, got stolen from me. I went and stole it back. Um, of course, you had to return it back to school unless you'd be liable to pay for it. So yeah, so man, a whole year just to I didn't even get to play football for that school. So because we're always moving when I was a kid. Um, that's a story for another coffee time con el cuervo. Yeah, well, back to the topic. Yeah, some of these bosses, they're cool. Some of them, a lot of my bosses, I think I only had issues with one. And yeah, I got banned from working at Walmart because of that guy. Uh, I was in Chicago one time. I applied up there with my aunt, and they were like, "What did you do?" I was like, "I didn't do anything." She goes, "Yes, you did. You're banned from working at Walmart. Like, they won't hire you here or anywhere else." So, yeah, I mean, a punch here, a punch there to the manager will get you banned from Walmart for not working there. But it was an assault. It was a scuffle between us. And yeah, uh, I won't get into it, but yeah. So, yeah. But other than that, some of these, which a lot of people got to understand, is some of these owners, they're hard on you because, as I was saying, some of these people worked hard. Not it didn't come easy to them to have that dream and open up their business and everything. I had a business, a couple of businesses that are gone now, but one of the ones where I had issues with some of the workers was at a salon that we had open. And one of the workers, she was the worstest one. She wouldn't show up in time. Sometimes she wouldn't even show up. She wouldn't even call. So I confronted her one time and I said, "Look, I'm going to be as respectful as I can with you. I'm going to need you to grab your stuff and I need you to go." And she started crying, which is always happens. And I don't care. It could be a female. I'm not picking on females and I'm not picking on males. I'm not picking on any gender, whatever. Nouns, pronouns, whatever the fuck you want to be. I don't give a shit. Um, yeah, I respect everybody as they should. Treat others as you want to be treated. So she started crying. And I said, "Look, I don't care why, you know, you can't make it at work. I need you to be at work when you need to be at work, and I need you to do what you need to do when you're here to work. And I need you to leave all that behind before you get here to work, and I need you to be 100% here." And of course, a lot of these things on how to speak to employees is I learned it from some of my bosses. Some of them were just awesome people, man. Um, so yeah, so she explained to me what's going on and everything, and I said, "Well, it's go fix it, and we can fix it. Come back." So I don't know how it ended up. One night we ended up going out for drinks, and after work, and after that we closed the shop down. So we ended up stopping at her place first, and oh my god, when I found out where they were living, I mean, there was no way I couldn't, you know, I feel sorry for her, but having empathy, I put myself in her shoes, and I kind of said, "You know what? Damn it. I think I need to give her a break." So the situation was bad. It was really bad. It was two kids, her, and just basically a room, you know. So as an owner, you kind of like sometimes you gotta give a break to people. She turned out to be one of the strongest employees we had. I mean, super cool person. She walked with a little limp. She was never applied for disability. She could have gotten it, but she didn't. She was a strong individual. Just a effing underdog. Um, You probably vote against her. You wouldn't think she would succeed, but she turned out to be one of the strongest employees there, and 100% got my support for her. And yeah, so she was pretty cool. But some of us, especially nowadays, we don't understand what it means for these people to have a business. And again, like I'm saying, some of these people are assholes, but some of them are not. And we should understand that we go work for these people. We go work and we become part of their dream. So of course they're not gonna be, you know, they're not gonna tiptoe around you or watch what they say to you. I mean, they gotta do it just because by law. But other than that, with as much as they can get away with, and make you work for them, and make you understand that, hey, this is their business, this is their dream, and they're just trying to keep it alive. So when they put somebody in management, well, it takes off a little bit of them having to run the business all on their own. And these managers, some of us also have an issue with some of these managers because we say, "Oh, they're too mean. They're too. They just want a lot from us, and we don't get paid enough." And which getting paid enough, I'll get to that a little bit later. I don't want to make this video too long, but it's just that some managers, they need to take care of the job. Some of these managers really wanted to be managers. That's what they were going for. That's what they wanted to do. And yes, as I said, some of these managers can really take the cake and really, you know, be over the top. But you got to understand that they have to please the owner. They have to please and keep the dream alive for the owner. So as an employee, you got to understand your position and the spot you're in. You're there to work for these two individuals, for the boss, the manager, the owner, whatever you want to call it. You're there to work for these individuals. You're not there to put your foot down and change their dream. Yes, you're allowed to show that when something is wrong or you're being mistreated. But other than that, if they're just trying to get you to clean the restroom, they're just trying to get you to do something that's for the business, well, you got to do it, you know, because, I mean, you're getting fed by them. You're getting paid by them. And as long as they're not doing anything that other people have gone and picketed and have gone and fight for change on the way they treat their employees, then either do something about it or don't complain or quit and get out of that person's dream. Stop making it a nightmare. And as far for getting paid more, well, they need to get the money from somewhere else to pay you more. So, you know, basically you're effed. So, you know, a lot of people want more. They want paid more. They want to get paid more. And then they don't realize that, oh, why did everything around me, you know, went, how come the price for everything around me is going higher? Because they're getting money to pay your ass for they need to get it from somewhere. Where are they gonna get the money from? Especially them being owners of the place, where they gotta pay, you know, they gotta pay more for their product, and especially the guy that's distributing stuff to them or getting stuff to them or is being sold stuff to them as wholesale. They know that the boss has more money. Well, of course, they're gonna charge them a little bit more and a little bit more extra for rent if they don't own the place where they're leasing where they're at. Yeah, anybody sees somebody else with a little bit more, you know, change in their pocket, they're gonna want a little bit of extra. You got a little bit extra, I want a little bit of extra. You're feeding a little bit better your family, I want to feed my family a little bit better. So it's a never ending thing, you know. We're gonna end up with everybody getting paid $50 an hour, but they need to get the money from somewhere to pay your ass $50 an hour, man. fuck, some of these people are stupid, and it just pisses me off. Yeah, but yeah, when you go work for somebody, you're partaking in their dream, and some of us, you know, we turn these people's dream into a nightmare by just complaining and whining and bitching about how, I have to work for these people. Which I'm not gonna lie, uh, sometimes I did. Sometimes I did fall into it, where I said, man, fuck this owner. But then I realized that, I was just part of their dream. They weren't being cruel with me. They were just trying to keep their dream alive by making me work, and by making me, understand that I was there for one thing, is to work for them. They're not my friend. They're not my enemy. You know, I just, I just gotta, you know, understand that what my position is. And my position was a worker. They're the owner, they're the boss, they have a manager in place. And yeah, but share, please. Commercial, non paid. But yeah, it's kind of a sad thing where some people don't know their place. And I'm not picking on anybody, and I'm not trying to cause problems with anybody, but it's just, this is my opinion, and I hope there's a little validation where if we are working for somebody else, you know, just take the time and appreciate for for giving us a job, for helping us reach our goals, or go to college, or pay that meal, uh, for giving us a check. Uh, like I said, there's some bad owners. I worked for one, got me banned from ever working again for Walmart. But yeah, and the reason with that owner, it didn't have nothing to do with the issue of me working or doing anything. It was just an issue of a person that's jealous of his wife, and yeah. So don't take your wife to work. Don't take your husband to work. If you're worried somebody's gonna hit on him, or if you're worried or you're a jealous type of person. So that's all I gotta say about that. But other than that, um, take care of your job. Take care of where you're at. Um, Respect that some of these people had to go through a lot. I mean, saving. Some people didn't get money from their parents, or a settlement, or something to open these businesses with. I mean, they actually worked their asses off to open some of these businesses that you people are employed at. Um, like I said, not all of them are bad, and I guess I don't got nothing else to say on it. And this is my the ending to my rant. We call it a rant. I'm just trying to point out the obvious, and point out the obvious that sometimes we shouldn't complain where we're at. That's where you're meant to be. That's where you're meant to be at. And some of us, gotta understand that we can't, go around being shady, or trying to be something we're not. You know, if we're in the position that that's all we need to be, and that's what we need to do to feed ourselves, dress our kin, keep our kin fed, our kids, our wife, our families. Uh, yeah, you gotta do what you need to do. You also gotta respect people, and respect what they've been through, and respect their label, or their title in society. Um, and yeah, I mean, there's no There's no other way to go about it. You know, other than that, it's just you're just causing problems. You're just causing problems for everybody else. And yeah, just take care of yourselves. Appreciate your job you're at. Appreciate the person that gave you the job. Um, do little extra things. Don't wait to get asked to do it. Take the initiative. And nobody's saying to go and suck beep the owner beep. You know, it's just, you know, you gotta sometimes you gotta appreciate what somebody else has given you, and especially with a person that didn't have anything to give you, and they're just trying their best as well as anybody else is trying their best to keep their heads above water. But other than that, everybody have a good morning. Enjoy the rest of your day. That's your thing. Go for it. Yeah. Pero saludos a mi querido México. Apenas acabas de cumplir años. Ojalá que tuvieron un gran tiempo. Y to the people here in the valley, love you all. And just enjoy the rest of your day. Respect each other. Don't judge nobody until you judge yourself. And keep it cool, man. Keep it cool. Vamos a hacer feria. Let's keep our tummies fed. Let's keep our kids gordos. Our niñas beautiful in dresses and quinceañeras, and work for that sweet 16 for that daughter. Work for, make it fun. Enjoy your money. And buy a pineapple pizza with pepperoni, pineapple, mushrooms, black olives. Yeah. Ese gordito. Bueno, DM Crow, El Cuervo, a.k.a. Rafael Mata, is out. Pórtense bien, cuídense.